Hi guys, here we are. I'm going to go over a few of the quiz questions here, but I want to backtrack a little bit and do a little bit of reteaching. Okay, you may have seen stuff like this years ago. Okay, you know, some number plus 9 gives you 14. You might automatically fill in 5 because you know 5 plus 9 equals 14, but I want to talk you through how we would solve this algebraically because you are going to be solving increasingly more complex problems. Okay, so you would subtract 9, but whatever you do to one side, you do to the other because the equal sign is telling us that this value over here equals this value over here. So you can't just take away 9 from one side and still have your equation be balanced. So whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Then you figure out your box is equal to 5. Well, instead of boxes, we are seeing x's, okay? And so it means the same thing. Your x just means some unknown value. So let's solve another one here. Okay, something minus 4 gives you 11. You know this something has to be bigger than 11, right? In fact, it ends up being 11 plus 4. Now let's work through what we would do. Instead of subtracting 4 from this side of the equation, we're going to add 4. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So then we find out our unknown value is 15. Now here's the critical part where you are going to find any mistakes you've made. You take that 15, you plug it back in there, and say, does 15 minus 4 equal 11? Yes, it does. So we are A-OK. What I was seeing happen on the test is that you were instead just subtracting 4 from here and making this one vanish, okay? And then so you'd say, my answer is 7. Well, if you do your quick check, 7 minus 4 does not give you 11, okay? So you have to make sure to think about the inverse operation. Instead of subtracting, we're going to add, and whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other, okay? Here is another one that is very similar to that. Something minus 4 gives you 10. You would know it's 14, right? But when we throw an x in there, I want you to practice. Instead of subtracting 4, you're going to add 4. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Then you find x equals 14. And that is because those cancel out. Negative 4 and positive 4 cancel out. You're left with x equals 14. You do your quick check. Does 14 minus 4 give you 10? Yes, it does. We are good to go. Now I want you to see the connection to where that would happen with an inequality, okay? You're going to solve it much the same as if you just had a regular equal sign. You're going to add 4 to both sides. Now this is the crucial part. Think of the inverse operation, meaning the opposite. Instead of subtracting 4, you're adding 4. But whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. That cancels out, and you're left with y is greater than or equal to 10. So on a number line, here's 10. Any value that is equal to 10 or greater than 10 would work if we put it into this equation. Here's another one, okay? Remember, inverse operation to both sides. This cancels out, and we're left with x is greater than or equal to 5. If we plot this on a number line, and here's 5, okay, it's any value equal to 5 or greater than 5. So it could be 6 or 7 or 8, okay? So that's how we do this on inequalities. Just wanted you to have a quick check and a little bit of reteaching after looking at your quiz scores. Thanks, guys. Bye.